The ghost of Sally's Alley. The town of Sally had never seen anything quite like it. The streets were empty, and the people whispered in hushed tones, fearful of what might lurk around the corner. The murder of young Sarah had shocked the town to its core, and the killer was still on the loose. But what no one knew was that Sarah was still around. Her ghost wandered the streets, invisible to all but a few. She reached out to her friends, some of her family, and even some of her teachers from school. She knew who had killed her, and she was desperate to tell someone, anyone, but no one would listen. The police had their hands full, and the residents were too scared to talk. But Sarah refused to give up. She haunted her former home, watching as her mother fell apart under the weight of her grief. She tried to speak to her, to tell her that it was her own father who had killed her, but the woman could not hear her. Days turned into weeks, and the town remained shrouded in fear. Sarah's ghost grew more desperate as the memory of her life faded away. But one day, a young boy, a friend of Sarah's, stumbled upon her in the alley where she had been killed. He could hear her voice, and he listened as she told him the truth about her murder. Together, they brought the evidence to the police, and Sarah's killer was finally brought to justice. Her ghost disappeared from the town, content in the knowledge that she had helped to bring her own killer to justice. But the town of Sally would never forget the horror that had descended upon them, and the memory of Sarah's ghost would linger in their minds for years to come. The end. I hope you enjoyed this creepy crime story. It was written as a collaboration between Dan Brown Jr. and artificial intelligence. It was narrated by a second AI, and the artwork was created by a third AI. If you like the music, you can license this track and many others just like it at www.CrimeSonics.com. Be sure to check out all of the other AI stories found on our channel. Give us a like, comment, and subscribe. And remember, if you are looking for Hollywood-level true crime music, sound effects, Foley, police chatter, or crimescapes, CrimeSonics is the undisputed best resource on Earth. Simply, to use anything else should be, well, illegal.